First things first, you need a vernier caliper in your life. This is going to allow you to measure the exact size of the bolt that you're trying to open. Trust me, you definitely need this in your life. But for our purposes, the 2025 KTM Adventure 390S requires a 24 mm bolt for its rear axle. I would highly recommend getting a torque wrench that will allow you to loosen these bolts very effectively. Step number 1. Always loosen the rear axle bolt. This is one of the most satisfying sounds that you're ever going to hear while fixing your own bike. That hurt my soul. You do not have to take the rear axle nut completely out. It just needs to be loose enough so that when you're doing your chain maintenance, the chain tension bolts can just move freely. Here I am periodically checking whether it is loose enough that I can loosen it with my own bare hands. And once I know that it is loose enough, it's time to move on to the step number 2. Grab your 14 mm spanner and now we are going to loosen the chain tension lock nuts. On the right hand side of the swing arm, the motion to loosen them is from bottom to up. Once it is loosened, use your fingers to just make sure that they are turning smoothly and make them come out of their locking position just a little bit. On the left hand side of the swing arm, the motion to loosen the chain tensioner lock is the opposite. So which means we go from the top to bottom here on the left hand side. Once you have done these steps successfully, it's time to put the bike on center stand, which I didn't have at the moment, or a paddock stand so that we can lift the rear wheel so we can work on the chain completely freely. Be a little careful. I have noticed that when the swing arm is wet from underneath, it does not take to the paddock stand very well. So be very careful. Oof, it's always a relief to do this. The official sag for the chain is going to be between 30 to 35 mm. So we're going to measure that with our vernier caliper. Now this is going to be the part which is going to take the most amount of time if you're doing it for the first time. Guys, it has become second nature for me. I just have done it so many times that it is very easy. Now what you will see me do is that I'm trying to measure that 30 to 35 mm sag by adjusting the 10 mm nut that is responsible for the chain's tension. I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to adjust the 10 mm bolt on that side with the same amount of turns that I did on the other side. You keep repeating this until you reach the right amount of sag, which is going to be between 30 and 35 mm. Once you've gotten the right amount of sag, now's the next step in which we're going to make sure that both sides the 10 mm tensioners are going to be of equal length. Make the 14 mm tension lock sit at its position so that it won't allow the 10 mm to slip. Spin the wheel, hit the rear brake, and you should be good to go. Make sure that after you are done adjusting the 10 mm that you lock the 14 mm. I did not show you this in this video, but please make sure that it is done. Since your bike is already on the center or the paddock stand, now would be a really good opportunity to clean the chain so that whenever you go out riding, it is completely safe and completely clean. Also, for some reason, I did not show you the last thing. After you take the bike off the paddock stand, make sure you tighten the 24 mm rear axle bolt as well, and you are good to go for another ride. If you liked what you saw here, please give us a like and a subscribe. I'll see you guys around. Take care. Bye bye.